Hello everybody, welcome back. We're now moving into episode 69. We're still here on Gleba, but hopefully getting off of the planet today. That is the plan, but before we do that, we've got plenty of things to do. But one of the first things I want to do is actually manually send up some agricultural science packs, because in between episodes, while I was just working on fixing my power situation, as you can see, I've added in a bunch of steam turbines, and I've got plenty more queued up over here once we get some built with the bot mall. I was able to accumulate enough agricultural science packs to, I think, make it worthwhile to go between planets back to Navis. So let's take a look here. This is what I've accumulated so far. There's about 1,000 here, and I want to send up the rest of what I have available. We'll just do that manually to deliver it to this platform. And then once those get delivered, then I'm just going to manually send the platform back to Navis to then distribute the agricultural science packs, but we probably need to prep that area first. So this is back at Navis, of course. Let's get a box here, and then let's see if we... Oh, no. That didn't work. Will it work if we just join it up like that? Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, crap. No. This is what happens when you do things quickly and you don't add your filters. Put in an inserter there. Use a filter here. This will just be agricultural science packs. So that will go there. And then this box will just be any request of agricultural science packs if there's any excess, although there shouldn't be because these do spoil. So let's get rid of that. And that won't work. We have to probably move a couple things around. There we go. Although that now changes the direction on the belt, so let me switch that up yet again. This will be the one that goes underground, and they will join up like that, and there we go. So that should solve the distribution of the metallurgic and agricultural science packs going into our labs. I guess no point in having a box since they will spoil. But last thing to do, let's see if we can... we won't worry about sending those, but let's send what we already have. There's about 1,000, or no, even more than that, like 1,400. So we'll send that back to Navis. The conditions on this platform are not what I want them to be, but I will play with that later in the downtime. But we'll send that back to Navis. We've got 1,500 in the system. And then, let's see, do we need to request these so that they get taken from the platform? Yes, we do. We will request 1,000, or actually, let's just request all that we have, which is 1,500 on the platform. So those will eventually go onto the belts there. And then let's start our first research. And just to refresh, this is still my lab setup. I haven't improved that. I don't really have the room to improve it, but eventually I will improve that one day. So first, science research. What should we do? I haven't even looked at what the options are since I knew I couldn't do any research with them yet. Collect trees, seeds, and plant them on grass or dirt. Oh, does that mean you don't have to plant them on their normal land for the Yamako or jelly nut? That's only 50, so we might as well. We've got 1,500. Efficiency module 3s I don't think are a huge priority now. Carbon fiber. Oh, I'm assuming that goes into, some cool stuff I haven't even looked at. Oh my gosh, this discovers the new planet. Oh man, okay. So we've got a lot we have to do before we can even go on to the next planet. So this definitely has to be one of them. Ooh, captivity. Oh. So this allows like proper farming of like the pentapod egg spawners, I guess? Why would you want this, though? Oh, I guess is that just to get better eggs? Oh, and if you... This would, like, bypass the pentapod egg biochamber production I'm doing, I guess. That's interesting. That's 1,000, though. Epic quality can wait. Ooh, I want this, though. That would be good, because I always feel like I'm taking forever to refuel. Okay. Ooh, health. Why is that important, I wonder? I'm sure that will come to be answered at some point. Oh, there's so many good things, so many things I want. Okay, well, let's start with these 3 things. Carbon fiber will get to... Oh, no, that's actually cheaper than the captivity. We should have enough science packs to be able to do all of that research. So that will be good. In the meantime, while we wait for the labs to get delivered and stuff, you can see there have been a lot of deficiencies in the base between episodes. Oh, uh-oh. That's not good. Looks like there's some deficiencies on my platform, which I'm going to have to fix at some point here, but as long as the labs get delivered, that is all I care about for now. And I know the agricultural science packs take an hour to spoil, so some of these are not as fresh as the others, but... oh! Okay, cool. They'll still make it to novice, which is what I care about. As far as improving things on Gleba, priorities are improving science production. These are just the 5 biochambers I have getting lab production for now. So we want to improve upon that, but I'm not sure I'll be able to improve upon that unless I improve upon everything else. So what are some more realistic changes I can do? I think first of all is I could probably defend the base a little bit better because I do have the enemy nearby and I have gotten a couple attacks, as you can see here. And I was off camera, but then all of a sudden I start getting all of these alerts. That looks bad. Oh no. I don't know if I've killed one of those before. Look, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of them. Are these dead or alive? These look dead. Okay, fun. They killed my Yamako farming area. Or severely damaged it. It's happening again! Oh my god. I don't even have any ammo. So I want to make sure when I leave Gleba that I'm leaving it somewhat safer than it is currently. Part of that I was considering was maybe I make some ammo production here. And we use turrets and stuff like that. And we use the bots to feed the ammo into the turrets, since I think some of the pentapod enemies are somewhat resistant to laser. The other option is I want to ferry in some of the Tesla stuff, which I haven't played with that yet. So this is currently stopped at Gleba. I've already set up one of my ferry platforms to come from Fulgora to Gleba. I have some of these things all ready to go. So let me just put in the conditions here on the cargo landing pad to request the Tesla turrets. Just 10 of them. We'll request maybe 100 of the ammo. And, ooh, also, let's see, maybe we can make use of the electromagnetic plants as well. And then I will put in an inserter. I want to filter but blacklist the calcite. We want to blacklist that. And that's all that we have coming in. So, ooh! Research is done. Research with agricultural. That achievement is complete. Awesome. So that means whatever I just researched is done researching. That I already forgot what it was. That was the tree seeding. So we'll be able to play with that here in a minute. And now we've started on the carbon fiber research. Cool. So that will continue to work in the background. Maybe I should send that platform back so that we can have it pick up more stuff, except it is repairing, and then we'll send it on its way back to us eventually. That's a shame because these may spoil before the platform comes back, but that's okay. I do have an inserter here that will pull any spoilage that's in the rocket silo and feed it back into the system. Okay, so we can put this now into a passive provider box. And I've got, let me request the Tesla turrets and the Tesla ammo. And then we'll go play with this stuff. I'm not sure how this works, or if you need power to support these things. No idea. In fact, let's pop this down and see what it says. Let's do the Alt-click trick. Let's see. It does consume electricity. So I'm assuming we have to plug this in. Yep, we do, as evidenced by that. And one of my other platforms is taking damage. Oh man, this is the one that goes from novice to full gore. This one doesn't usually take damage, so I'm not sure what the issue is. Ugh. I'll have to revamp that as well. Okay, well, what else? Ooh, Tesla ammo. I now have that. I've never played with that. And I can't remember what my keys are to swap stuff, so we're just going to swap it that way. And now that I have abilities to farm the spawners and stuff like that, I'm not sure that I want to take out the nearby enemies. Oh boy, you can see tons of damage has been done there. Oh well. I guess that platform decided to come back to us. Not what I would have wanted, but okay. That's what I get for not putting conditions on that properly. But anyway, back to deciding how to kill the enemy. I think because we have the ability to potentially farm the spawners, I want to leave the nearby spawners alone so that I have easy access to them. But maybe I will venture out to some of the further out enemies and see how this Tesla stuff works. I have found my first enemies, and we'll get some eggs manually. We don't yet have the research done to farm that stuff, or else I might leave it to experiment with. Wow, this Tesla ammo works pretty well, though. I should have had this the whole time. Cool, that took that stuff out like it was nothing. Is that another egg? I'll leave that. I'm going to try to leave the eggs so that we can farm that later once we have the tech for it and can figure out how to do that. But I will head back, and then I think next plan is to plop down some of the Tesla turrets near my farming areas. And then I want to defend it better with some more walls. So I have 100 on me. Let me maybe request 200. And then see if we can fortify this a little bit better before I leave for good. Do that, whoop. Pressing buttons I should not be pressing. There, I don't want to take up the land that they use for farming, but I'm just popping it down, and then we're doing, I guess, landfill. And then maybe I will aggro a couple of the things, and we'll see how well these do. Let's place that there instead. And I've got a couple more on me. Let's replace those, because this should hopefully be better than just the basic laser turrets. But time will tell. And I want to wall this whole thing in. There we go. It's ugly, but now it's walled in. I don't have any gates getting manually made over here, so I'll just plop that in after making it my pocket. I I guess I should put a couple more down here to the south just in case. And I have no clue how much energy this will take. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot. Maybe just a couple on the side here for good measure. And I think that's all I have. Yep, it is. But we'll place this down. And hopefully we'll call that good. And then bots should be able to repair the walls or add more walls. Then we can add stuff remotely too. Okay, so let me see if I can aggro some. Maybe I will aggro those so we can leave these guys for farming purposes. And we'll see how these Tesla turrets work. Okay, trying to get this guy's attention. Ooh, little bee things. Ooh, look at that. Wow. That was amazing. That works so much better than any other defense that I have been employing thus far. So now just to duplicate that over near the jelly nut farming, we'll go add to the defenses there. And then anything else we need to do here, apart from, I kind of want the base to turn off so I can kind of save up on ore and stuff like that and replenish my supplies here. It's all not been getting very well produced. It's just kind of trickling in, as you can see here. So my ambitions to make a bigger factory for red and blue circuits were a bit ambitious. In fact, I think part of the biggest issue actually is just I don't have enough molten iron. And that's ultimately because now I don't have enough bacteria cultivation going on. So that's something I will have to improve, but I think that will be requiring a full rework of some sort of sushi looping system or the similar. So let's do walls around everything here. We'll give that power. And then I'm out of the turrets. Do I have any more on the platform? Probably not, because they would have come over via the cargo landing pads request. Yep, darn it. So let's request 20 next time. Oh, whoops, 20 there. This becomes 10. And this is currently at full... Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's okay. It's this one that I want to play with. So, yeah, I don't have any more. It's currently at Gleba. But let's see, do I have enough fuel? I do. We'll send this back to Fulgora to pick up another shipment. And then, in the meantime, we can plop down... I'm just going to quickly copy that. Plop down the ghosts for when we eventually get more of these things. Good. And then let's add a little bit of wall protection there as well. Place in some gates. Just maybe here. Even though I can jump over it with my armor, which is great. Anything else? We are very slowly working on the carbon fiber research. How is that going back at Navis? We are out of labs. How am I out of labs? Did labs just not survive the journey? Where is that? I guess not. What happened? How am I only at 1% research? What is going on? Huh. Either they all spoiled or I ran out, which is a shame. So, that leaves some research done. We've got the tree seeding, but nothing else we can do yet with the packs that I had. How many packs do I have here? And then how many packs are in the platform? Do I have any? That will be this one. It's currently at Gleba. None. Well, I think that just leaves potentially a little bit more defense I should add around the base itself. But apart from that, I can do that remotely. I think it's time that we leave and just call it good. I will have to be back to improve a couple things, but I'm ready to just move on and call this planet good enough. Because perfect is the enemy of good. And good is all we need for now. So let's deliver this, and then the next delivery will be myself and the rocket to go on to a different planet. While we wait for that rocket to reset, let's put down a little storage box here, disable my personal roboport and this one here, and we'll just get rid of all of the extra crap that I don't need. Or at least what I'm not allowed to have. We even have to get rid of the Tesla ammo. And then I'm able to travel to the space platform. I'm going to save real quick, but we just have one last thing to do, and that's to go home. And we'll take the transport platform for now so we can go back to Navi's and just deliver the science packs that are in the platform ready to go. But I'll be honest, I'm glad to be leaving Gleba, but also I did enjoy Gleba. It was a much bigger learning curve than the other planets, but once I started to get the hang of it, I really did enjoy it. It was like trying to solve a big puzzle, and I still do feel like there's more to solve with that. There's plenty of improvements that can be made on Gleba, but a change of scenery will be nice. Alright, well, we're back. I'm going to head back to Navis just so that these agricultural packs, the little I have, don't entirely spoil. But we're going to call it an episode here. We'll see how much of my platform survives the journey, but thanks you guys for joining me. Thanks for joining me on Gleba. I'm going to do a couple off-camera chores on different planets, and especially back at Navis and Vulcanus. Speaking of which, the Vulcanus power situation kind of solved itself. I think once the factory was turned off for long enough, I was able to get enough power from the solar panel array to just jumpstart a couple things again. But we'll head back to Navis, and from there we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.